Hello students, I welcome you all back in the English online class. I hope your studies are going well. Children, I suggest you all to utilize this period in your studies as much as you can and try to improve yourself. Today in this video we are going to study chapter number 12 and the chapter name is Tenses. Before starting the chapter, let me tell you all that tense is an important topic in English grammar. So children, I request you all to open your grammar book and please pay attention during explanation. So now, let's start the chapter. Students, today I am going to tell you one interesting story. Look at the boy who is in blue t-shirt. His name is Jack. Jack's father is a very famous scientist working on a top secret project. Jack's father works in this room when Jack is not allowed to enter. But one day when Jack finds the chance, he sneaks into this room. And what does he find? Funny looking machine. What does this machine have? So this machine has a nice comfortable chair, lots of buttons and a screen. So Jack gets very excited. He wants to see what the buttons do. So he sits on the chair and he sees that it's written past, present, future. But he does not know what does this mean or what these buttons do. So what does he do? He presses one button. Which button? The button which has past written next to it. And what happens? On the screen, he can see an old picture of himself. He has seen these pictures in photographs that his mother has shown. So he sees that Jack was 2 years old. He sat on a sofa. His mother fed him. His father drank tea. He gets very excited. Then what does he do? So he presses the button which has future written next to it. And what does he see on the screen? He sees a photograph of something which looks like him. His parents are a little old here. He sees Jack will be 20 years old. He will get a scholarship. His parents will be proud of him. Now Jack gets really excited. He is wondering that what does the other buttons do? So he presses the button which has present written next to it. And what does he see on the screen? That moment, he sees himself sitting on the time machine. Now Jack is 10 years old. He sits on a time machine. The dog sleeps on the floor. His father drinks tea. Exactly what is happening now. So tense helps Jack to travel in time. You must have seen that the time machine had tense written on it. So tense helps Jack to travel in time. So it is related to time. Similarly, in English language, tenses are used to show when an action takes place. Just like the time machine, tense helped Jack to travel in time. Like that, in the English language, tenses show us when an action takes place. Let us learn something about tenses now. So we know that tense is about time. Now let us read the 3 sentences. First one, Jack was 2 years old. So we understand from this sentence that it is telling us about something which has happened earlier. So it is telling us about past. So this sentence is in past tense. Let us read the next sentence. Jack is 10 years old. It is telling us about Jack in the present or in the current time. So this is showing present tense, which means current time or now. Now look at the third sentence. Jack will be 20 years old. Here the sentence is telling us about Jack many years later or a few years later. So this is about future. So this is in future tense, which means later. Now if you notice, all the three sentences are telling us about Jack. The three sentences are telling us something about him. He is 2 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old. But what is really changing in these sentences? Only the be verb. Was, is, will be is changing in the three sentences. So actually, the three be verb are telling us about Jack in different times. Was is telling us about past, is telling us about present, and will be is telling us about future. So all that is changing are verbs was, is, will be. Only verbs are changing in all the sentences. So verbs change depending on the time of action or state. So we have to look at a verb to understand its tense. So students, verb and tenses are closely related. So to understand the tense, we have to look at the verb. So now children, can you tell me what is tense? Yes, the tense of a verb indicates the time of the action or the time of the state of being that is expressed by the verb. Now children, there are three types of tenses. Present tense, past tense, future tense. We are going to discuss each tense in detail. Let's start with present tense. Present tense is used to show that an action takes place often or regularly. It is also used for general statements. Children, there are many uses of tense. In English grammar, we use present tense to talk about something that is going on now or that is true now and at any time. In other words, we use present tense to describe an event in real time that is happening at that very moment. Now let's see one example of present tense. I eat burger. Now, you generally eat burger, you regularly eat burger. Sentences like this, which show us things that are done in general or regularly, are in present tense. So, present tense is used to show that an action takes place often or regularly. It is also used for general statements. Now, children, there are different types of present tense. First is simple present tense and second is present continuous tense. We'll discuss both the tenses one by one in detail. Let's know what simple present tense is. The simple present tense is used to describe an action, an event or condition that is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. Children, simple present tense is also known as present indefinite tense. It is one of the verb forms associated with the present tense in modern English. It is also a verb tense used to talk about conditions or actions happening right now or habitual actions and occurrences. The simple present tense used to indicate the following: habits, regular actions, current situations, general truths or fact. Let's see one example of these. Habit. He goes for a walk every day. Regular actions. The cobbler mends shoes. Current situation. I am unwell. General truth or fact. Trees give oxygen. Let's see one more example of this. I paint landscapes. So this is a general statement or a fact, and so it is in the simple present tense. The verb is either the base verb or the singular form of the base verb in this tense. I hope you all are clear. Now we'll discuss about the present continuous tense. The present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is presently going on. Children, present continuous tense narrates an action which is being continued or going to be continued in the near future. It uses is, am, are plus ing added with the verb. Or we can also say that present continuous tense is a way to convey any action or condition that is happening right now, frequently and maybe ongoing. It adds energy and action to writing, and its effect helps readers understand when the action is happening. Its rule is subject plus is am are plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Now let's see one example. I am painting a landscape now. So this sentence is showing an action which is in progress at the present moment or now. In the present continuous tense, the verb is formed using am, are, is, depending upon the subject and the ing form of the base verb. So we have learned about simple present tense and present continuous tense. So in simple present tense, our verb is paint. In the present continuous tense, our verb is am painting. Now let us compare the verb form in these two sentences. In the simple present tense, it is base verb or singular form of the base verb. In the present continuous, we use am, are, is with the ing form of the base verb. You will notice that the ing form of the base verb tells us that the action is in progress or is continuous. Now students, it's time to discuss about past tense. Past tense is used to show that an action took place earlier or before this moment in time. Children, the past tense is used to talk about something that started and finished at a definite time in the past. The past tense is a grammatical tense whose function is to place an action or situation in past time. In languages which have a past tense, it thus provides a grammatical means of indicating that the event being referred to took place in the past. It will be more clear with the help of this given example. I ate burger for lunch yesterday. Now yesterday is telling us something which has happened earlier. So this is in the past. So past tense is used to show that an action took place earlier or before this moment in time. Yesterday is in past. So I ate burger for lunch yesterday is in past tense. Students, there are different kinds of past tense, and simple past tense is one of them, and it is often just called the past tense. Regular verbs are formed by adding d or ed. Or we can say that to form the past tense of most verbs, we usually add d or ed to the verb. For example, he talked loudly in class last week. So the past tense of the verb talk is formed by adding ed to the verb talk. There are some irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are not formed by adding d or ed. So there are some verbs which are not formed by adding d or ed. They are known as irregular verbs. For example, Jenny ate an orange. So past tense of the verb eat has been changed into ate. I hope children, the concept of present and past tense is clear to you all. Now we will move to next, that is future tense. Do you all know that what is future tense? Don't worry, I will tell you all. A verb that refers to an action or state in the future is in the future tense. So the future tense is a verb tense used for a future activity or a future state of being. In grammar, a future tense is a verb form that generally marks the event described by the verb as not having happened yet, but expected to happen in the future. It will be more clear with the help of the given example. I will eat burger for dinner tomorrow. So tomorrow is telling us something that will happen later, not now. So tomorrow is future. So this sentence, I will eat burger for dinner tomorrow. Will eat is the verb that is changing here. I will eat burger for dinner tomorrow is in future tense. So we see that future tense is used to show that an action will take place sometime later than now. Children, please remember that future tense employs the helping verb will or shall with the base form of the verb. So we have learned that tense is about time. Now let us read these three sentences. Every day, I play in the park. So this is something which happens generally, every day. So this is in present tense. See the second one. I played in the park yesterday. So this happened yesterday or earlier. So this is in the past. So this is in the past tense. See the third one. I will play in the park tomorrow. So this is something that will happen later. So this is the future. So we are going to say that this is in the future tense. Now if you are careful and you read the sentences, you will see that in these three sentences, only the verb is changing. Play, played, will play. Rest of the sentence is same. Only the verbs changes. Play, played, will play. So what do we understand? That only the verb tell us about the time of an action. So verb tells us about tenses. Now children, it's time for an activity. Do this activity in your rough copy. In this activity, you have to fill the appropriate form of verb in the given blank. Now students, that's all for today. I hope you all have understood this chapter nicely. Revise it from your book. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.